Hello everyone, my name is Ananda and me and my group members Arpit, Carolina and Juliana will present a media analysis about the theme Impact of Powers and Privilege on Access, Equity, Rights and Participation.
Hello everyone. Hi Professor. My name is Arpit Gautam and now I'm gonna talk about the objectives of the presentation. So first of all, definition of privilege and power, summary of relevant news article, position of the case, analyzing the case, summary, discussion questions, and at the last, references. Next is what is privilege? In simple words, we can say that privilege means to be lucky, to have fortunate opportunity, and to benefit from this luck and opportunity. However, in the actual reality, privilege is the result of advantages some people have over others, and rather than luck, fortunate, or chance. One automatically gains privilege by belonging to a dominant group, since those groups hold positions of power and therefore benefit from social and institutional benefits. Dominant groups often believes that they have earned this privilege that they enjoy, or that everyone could have access to these privileges if only they worked to earn them. Uh, Privilege is also invisible to people who have it. Some of these dominant groups are like cis men, whites, heterosexuals, the able-bodied persons, Christians, or upper class people. Next is what is power? Power refers to the ideological, technical, and discursive elements by which those in authority impose their ideas and interest on everyone. Power is the ability to exercise one's will over others.
The news story we are going to present today is about Chrystia Freeland. She's a Canadian Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister. She gave an interview to Global News on November 6th from 2022 to discuss Canadians' economy. During this interview, she said, and I quote, I think that things are really challenging for Canadian families, and I think Canadian families are looking really closely at all of their expenses. I personally, as a mother and wife, look carefully at my credit card bill once a month, and last Sunday I said to the kids, you are older now, you don't have to watch Disney anymore. Let's cut that Disney Plus subscription. So we cut it. It's only $13.99 a month that we are saving, but every little bit helps. After the interview aired, there were many comments on social media, especially Twitter, about the confusing tip given by freelance. Some of the comments were saving an awful 45 seconds of rent. Others said never had Disney Plus, but there will be 0.02% of my monthly mortgage payments. Irrelevant. I cut live TV subscriptions, save $90 a month, but I'm still paying 500 plus a week in gas and groceries for our family of five. The next day, she was questioned by reporters about the controversial tip. She said, and I quote, I want to start by recognizing that I am a very privileged person. Like others elected federal leaders, I am paid very significant salary. I really recognize that it's not people like me, people who have my really good fortune, that are struggling the most in Canadian today.
Hi, I'm Juliana, and I'm going to present some key concepts that relate to the article about Chrystia Freeland. These key concepts are from the textbook Is Everyone Equal? So the first key concept is dominant groups. Dominant groups are at the top of social hierarchy. That means they have more power and they are privileged. Besides that, they are overprivileged and over-advantaged. But be careful because it does not constitute of the numerical majority of people. So Chrystia Freeland, she is in a dominant group, and the dominance can be internalized since birth, causing the invisibility of privilege. Chrystia is Canadian and white, which puts her in a lot of privilege and puts her in these two dominant groups. Being in dominant groups and being born in a meritocratic society makes Christia Freeland abide to the cultural deficit theory. This theory is the second concept that I'm going to present for you. Basically, this theory backs up the dominant group's discriminatory ideas. So this is what Christy Freeland used to back up her idea, her argument that people should cancel Disney Plus to save money for rent. This theory says that minoritized groups do not achieve in society because they lack the appropriate cultural values. In this case, Christy Freeland is saying that the blame for a housing crisis is on the general population in Canada because they lack on the appropriate cultural values, the appropriate cultural value of valuing financial education. So basically, she's saying that the Canadian overall population didn't value their education, their financial education, and that makes them spend money on Disney Plus subscriptions instead of putting money on the rent. And this is a massive problem because housing crisis cannot be blamed on a general population and is a structural problem that should be dealt by the government, which in case agrees with Chrystia Freeland because Chrystia Freeland is in the government. But at least she didn't fight back with willful ignorance and she apologized for what she said.
Hi guys, now that my colleague just talked about the article, now I'm gonna do an analysis. But I'm gonna focus on the impact of power and privilege on access, equity, rights, and participation. So we chose this article because the person involved is a deputy prime minister and a finance minister, and which means that she belongs to an upper financial class, and she's part of the dominant group. So it means that she has a lot of power and privilege, not only for being part of the dominant group, but also because she works for the government, so she has even more power. And on this case, we're gonna analyze how she could impact on the aspects that I said: access, equity, rights, and participation. So the first thing is access. She, as my colleague said, she said that she said in an interview that people should cut Disney Plus subscription as a way of saving money. But the first thing they have to think about it is having Disney Plus is already a privilege. A lot of people does not have money to pay a Disney Plus. They don't have this privilege of being able to pay for a subscription or for a stream channel. So she said this is it's a way of you saving money, but a lot of people don't even have it. So how they're supposed to cut the subscription if they don't even have it? And mainly for those ones that are really struggling to afford the cost of living, it's not a solution to cut Disney Plus. Okay, now moving to equity. As I said, she said that cutting Disney Plus could be a way of saving some money, and she said that she did this as a mother, and other mothers should do this as well. But she should be focusing on how she can effectively help people to save money. So she should be providing and working on projects first to support financially these people, instead of saying to just cut Disney Plus subscription. And for rights, so it's the population's right to have financial help from the government. They should support them. They should be doing something to actually help them or that. So especially for those ones that are really struggling to afford the cost of life increasing, or those ones that cannot afford at all, is the right to ask for the government to help them. And when she says that a simple thing like cutting Disney Plus subscription could help people to save some money, it's like she's minimizing the issue and the problem that people are having to actually save some money, which is their right. Like, people should be being helped by the government. And when she says this, she's in a way she's cutting this right that they have, because the way that she's approaching this topic, it seems like it's a really simple thing, and that they shouldn't really be helping people with some projects, and that by just people controlling themselves by cutting out some costs, like some expenses, they would be able to afford the life, like the cost of living. And last but not least, the participation. So the participation in society is very limited, mainly because those people that has power and privilege, they have more voice. So they should be using their voice to talk for those ones that don't have a lot of voice in society. So this dominant group, they have a lot of voice, and they are heard by society, while those ones that are the minoritized group, they don't have voice in society. So that's how the participation is not really equal, because people from the upper classes and from the dominant group have more voice than the others, and therefore they can participate more in the society. But now I'm just bringing in like a concept from the book. When I was reading the article, a concept that I read in a book came to my mind, and I just wanted to analyze this and to relate both. So first, I want to say about meritocracy. Meritocracy, it's basically the belief that people's achievement, it's based on their own effort, abilities, and merit, which means like if someone has a good life and has a good position, it's because they deserved. They put effort, they worked hard, and they're there because of it's their own merit. And how is this related to the article? It's that when she says that people should just cut the Disney Plus subscription, it's like people are not putting effort enough to control their own expenses and to control their money, while if she is like in a better position, is because she's controlling her expenses by cutting Disney Plus subscription, and therefore that's why she used like her example. It's like everyone should do it because this is how I do, and this is how I'm here, this is how I control my money. And she has a really powerful position, and she has a lot of money, like she's from a upper financial class, when she says like, "Oh, I did this and you guys should be doing as well," it's like the other ones it's like the other ones should do the same as her to be on her position. So this is how it came to my mind, meritocracy, while I was reading the article. But the thing about meritocracy is that this concept does not consider the social positionality. So for example, if someone that was born in a poor neighborhood, they probably won't have the same opportunities and privilege someone from a rich neighborhood. But based on meritocracy, if someone is from a rich neighborhood is in a good position, it's because they deserved, while someone from a poor neighborhood, if they did not achieve the same position, it's because they didn't work hard enough to be there. So okay, this was the analysis that our group did it, and now I'm gonna bring some discussion questions for you guys to think about it. So the first one is, what do you think is the most important thing that the dominant group should do to help the minoritized people, the minoritized group? And the second one is, how do you think Christian Freeland could help the population to deal with the cost of life increasing? What should she do? Like she should start to work some projects. What should she do to help those people that are struggling to afford the cost of living? Instead of, I don't know, saying that cutting Disney Plus, it's a good way to save money, but she did not consider everyone, like all the population. It's just like a portion of the population that has Disney Plus, but how she should think in the population, like the whole population, and include everyone, and how she could help all these people, not only those ones that already have some kind of privilege. And well guys, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation. This is the references slide, and thank you so much.